Hello. I hope this is working. Oh, it said I had a mic. Okay, there it is. My lighting is awful because I've got the majority of my light on this. I'll reset it when I move my camera. And oh, there's somebody joining me. I was just thinking, I'm explaining to myself I should stop. Okay, I don't let people figure out that I'm here because this was a surprise. A couple weeks ago, I was told about someone in the family that had some health problems. And for some reason, I thought this quilt was perfect for them. So I need to finish quilting it and get it to them. When I was making this quilt, thank you for lurking. I feel like I need to be quiet until more people come. And you're going to hear my husband in the background in the kitchen because when I said I was going live, it was suddenly time to do the dishes. Yeah. Let's see. If you're inclined to say hello to chat, in chat, say hi to me in chat. I see a couple people here. Oh, there's Deborah. Deborah says hi. I don't think you can hear me. Deborah, he waited for me to go live. He waited. Loretta, sorry, my quilt is covering your name. Blevins watching. Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good week and you have a good weekend. I kid you not, Deborah. I told him. 3:45. I have the live set for 3:45. There's like 3 dishes in there. It sounds like we've made a big dinner or something. We had Sonic today. He is the toddler, remember? Yes. That's what I'm saying. By the way, I couldn't remember what I had to drink. I had a cherry limeade. I was refilling it with water. I found the cherry and the lime. But it's not often, I think, that we get to see people quilting on a small domestic machine. So I thought, well, while my back will hold up, if I don't have to stop to murder anyone. Well, I have the energy. I might as well do this. It's hard to see my lines. I used a pencil. I used chalk too. Neither was showing up where I needed it to. In this dark right, let's tilt a little bit. There we go. In this dark part, I had trouble keeping the chalk on there and I couldn't see the pencil line, and I'm just going to do my best and it will be what it will be. And before I started, I have this, what is this, cutaway? I think this might be cutaway stabilizer. I test stitches on. I just leave it in that drawer over there. I test the stitches, trying to remember what I was using previously, and usually I can find it right here somewhere. Oh, Loretta. Loretta says, thank you. First time finding you. I appreciate it. I talk a lot. Today was going to be just, mostly this, though. Welcome. I forget things so often. I just always assume that I've met someone. I do. I just assume that I've met them, so. All I hear is the coffee maker now. I think my toddler's calmed down. Oh, you're in Florida. My friend Practically Creative is in Florida. And so is Jeannie's Designs with Barbara. Lots of people in Florida. Must be nice there. I am in Missouri. Did I say that like Missouri? Missouri. Like we say it. I'm in Missouri. And Deborah is in Illinois. Illinois? see what I got. Whoops. Okay. Loretta says you're friendly. That's good. Thank you. I don't think I've ever met a stranger to the shock and horror of my husband when we're in stores. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I may have to repeat it. I'm not using my walking foot for one reason. I started to, and then I remembered my walking foot says do not back stitch with it. The stitch that I'm doing, it's a blanket stitch, and it goes back and then forward and then back. So it's going backwards. So I'm not using my walking foot. I've already tore up a couple using it doing that, and they're not getting cheaper. So I'm not using my walking foot. I go slow, and I use my hand to make sure that my fabric's all pulled back. I've got it pinned up here. It has been spray basted. I don't know. I think I started this in the spring. The quilt itself I started last October because it was a breast cancer awareness quilt, which for some reason always speak to me. Let's see if I can get this going. Okay. Now I'm going to move the camera close for this because if I were you, I would want to see the quilting. And we don't have anything fancy here. So if you get vertigo, please close your eyes. I'll let you know when to open them. I don't want to make anybody nauseous. Whoops. Nobody needed to see that. Oh, that's a pretty good. Oh, the lighting's pretty good right here. That's a surprise. So you can't see my lines either. It goes right around here. But this is just a universal fit. By the way, you can open your eyes. Universal fit. So I can see where it's going. It's the one that I have on this Brother CP60X. I think there's links below for it, and I'm using new Bro thread embroidery. What weight was that? I would have to look up the weight. It's been a little bit since I used it. It's either a 40 or a 50, but it's very shiny, and I like it on the top of quilts. And I haven't had any returns. I'm just trying to make sure I have some extra right here, so it's not having to fight to get that under it. Looks like I've got a curve. I started this months ago, and then I went through about I just don't care to do it no more. And I'm really glad I've gotten over that. When I stop, stop as it goes straight. It's just one of those things. I think we all go through little bouts of just don't want to. And you're the boss of your quilt and your timing. So. Very good seeing it. Thank you. Thank you, Loretta. I love your name. And I started in the middle, and you can see here where I've done some already. I did these back the first of the year when I started doing them. I just took a coloring page of a heart that I found somewhere, transferred it onto, this is like the cutting mats you get from Dollar Tree. I got it on Amazon in a pack though, because I couldn't find them at my Dollar Tree. I traced around it because we are all children at heart. Oh, no pun included. Intended. Oh. I'm just taking my time. I feel like that stitch looks a little bit different. You know what? My cousin's not going to care. I haven't been quilting very long, just a couple of years. I haven't been sewing very long. But I thought I was the most patient person I knew until I tried quilting and sewing, and then I discovered, caught up on my thread holder back there, then I discovered I'm really not. I was getting so mad when things go wrong, and I want to go fast. This is not a fast process. Anybody have big plans this weekend that they want to share? I don't. We're supposed to have really bad storms tomorrow. I expect our electricity to go out. Oh, I was using a stipple stitch to travel in between. I forgot about that. Are you going to get bad weather tomorrow? Yes. Ours is supposed to start about 11. There's a low chance of tornadoes, but we've had them when there's no chance, so. I usually stream on Tuesdays, so nobody really looks for me any other time. But when my back is cooperating, and the people in my house are cooperating, because I'm in my living room, I think, oh, let's try that. The thing to do is what you want on your quilt. I'm very slow also. I learned from my grandmother at age 6, but still not great at it. Loretta says, "Oh, I bet you do amazing work." Well, I didn't learn until about 3 years ago, so I am just a beginner. But I'm brave. Like if I want to put hearts on my quilt, oh no, that's enough new machine. My foot and my brain were not cooperating right then. If I want to put hearts all over my quilt and do it slowly with this stitch, I'm willing to try it. I figured, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work and I have to pick it out. I'm going to have to figure out where that stipple stitch is. I started in the center and I was trying to work my way out. When I get over here, I'm probably going to just do some straight echoing on all of these. But this was just a very, very, very scrappy, grab scraps of the same colors that I had, and I don't have a lot of scraps. Okay, where is this stipple stitch? Maybe I wrote that down. I'm usually smarter than I know I am. No, I think that's the other machine though. This is 51. I need a light in my camera. It's all the way over there. Let's turn it because I cannot see these things in the dark. It is this. Nope, that's not that. I'm glad I didn't hit that. I'm going to trust that it's 51. And this stitch that I'm using is an 11 on my machine, 3.5 and a 4.0. There will be a quiz later. No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding. Can't help myself. Okay, where's my next heart? There's a tad bit of wrestling. In a minute, my husband's going to forget that I'm live and ask me what I said to him. Okay, 51, 2, 3, 4, 51, 1.4, and it looks like a 7. Let's get over to the bottom of this heart. I'm trying to keep that flat. The batting I'm using in this has a 10-inch apart spacing for quilting. Feels like something's trying to pucker on the back. There we go. That's why I can get away with these huge things. Okay, put the foot down if you want it to work. Just, future reference. Nope. What you doing, machine? Some reason it's decided to act up. So we can act up too. Shut it off, turn it back on. Look at that needle. 2, 3, 4. I try not to adjust it with my needle down. It just seems like a bad idea. Okay, let's try this again. Deborah says, I also learned from my grams at age 8, not a fast sewer either. And then Loretta, it's going to be okay. She would always tell me, your quilt is a very comfortable color. Thank you. I hope so. I hoped it would be. It would come across like that. I've had a lot of trouble picking colors. Okay. I keep getting an error message. I'm not sure why. Let's check the back. That's different. Usually if my foot is up, it'll tell me there's an error. Didn't see anything. Well, this may be a troubleshooting video live. That's not moving. Make sure those feet didn't get knocked sideways. Well, this is interesting. No, that's where it should be. That's all right. Tuesday. What's your deal, Pickle? Tuesday, I did not thread it right, and oh, what a mess I made on the back of several pieces before I even realized it. Yes, thank you for asking, Deborah. This is my Seiko machine. This is the evil one. The good one's over here, but it's set up for bags, so it has heavier needle and heavier thread on it. And I didn't want to change it out. Whoops. Okay. Very small space. I think I need tech support. Okay. Let's take this out. Turn that off. Get my needle back up because I don't want it wedged in there. Turn it back on. Should reset it. 51. Okay, it's moving now. Maybe I just needed to shut it off longer. Well, this is fun. In just about a second, I'm going to scream at my husband to come fix this thing. E7. I think that may be a new one. Okay, I'm going to take this away. So close your eyes if you get vertigo, because we got some troubleshooting to do. Fun. This was not my plan. And this is actually why I usually wind up not quilting something. All right. B7. Let's ask Google if there's something else that I don't know. E7 on Brother Machine. Twin needle mode was used with an ink. Well, I have it on the wrong setting then. It's set for a twin needle. What? Okay. This is why friends don't let friends quilt blind. What number is that? And of course, my husband left. Just a second. I'm going to get a light so I can see this. Don't know where that came from. Okay. Okay, now we know. I could not see it. There's Miss Tracy, pretty blue moderator. And you may hear people in back of me because they have absolutely no self-control. No. I play like that all the time. Tracy, 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 Miss Tracy. Meet Miss Loretta. She's new here. Bless. Best laid plans and all that. I know, right? And then there's Miss Practically Creative, who says hello. And her name is Melissa. Someone didn't send me a Discord message. I thought I told you a time. I'm sorry. Now, I'm trying to figure out what stitch. 51 is not a twin needle. Why does it say it's a twin needle problem? All right, Melissa, you've got a brother. I wasn't going to put you to work today. I really can't see this thing without my flashlight. Now that's 52. Put it back on 51. It says that I have it on the twin needle, yet I don't. Is there another stipple stitch? No, I will go to that next heart without even doing a stitch across. It keeps it. It's terrible. What's my machine doing? Well, it's supposed to be doing a stipple stitch so I can get to my next heart to do the blanket stitch on. But when I set it to the stipple stitch, it tells me that I'm using the twin needle and giving me an error for a twin needle when there is no twin needle to be used. 51. 51 on this machine is the stipple stitch. Fun times, y'all. Fun times. And I have my camera out because I'm blind. All right. Turn your machine off and on again. I've done that like 20 times, but I will absolutely do it again. And this is what's nice about doing this live. I know some very smart people when it comes to sewing. Okay, off, on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And a reset. Oh, so help me if that works. Nope. Oh, I have a plan A and a plan B. Even a plan C. Okay, my needle is in the middle. Well, never mind. Took that wrong. Oh. I didn't see what Tracy took. Why are you quilting with a twin needle? Because I'm just that kind of crazy. Oh. Well, it may not look just like the other ones. It'll be all right. Okay. Let's get you back down. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. stop the world spinning. This is the stipple stitch. This is the wave stitch that I just did because I didn't disengage my feet. I think it'll be all right. Thank you, Melissa. You guys are lifesavers. That's what the blue wrenches are for. Now that Colleen's mini crisis is over, how is everyone tonight? Did you all pay the rent? That's Melissa's way of saying thumbs up. Almost forgot to pay the rent. Oh. Yeah, you just can't trust some of your friends. Okay. On the bottom of this heart. I don't know. It's just going to have to be what it is. There's no reason for it not to work on that. That is going to be another time's problem. My back does not have enough in it to troubleshoot that fight and then do this too. So we're just going to keep on going. Colleen, yes, an exclamation, Coleen. Drop the feed dogs. Oh, I will. Next time I do the stipple, I will drop the feed dogs. I didn't this time. But now I'm doing back to the blanket stitch, which is number 11. Heaven help me if this doesn't work. And it was oh, where's my cheat sheet? See, I even have here written stipple, number 51. My cheat sheet says number 11, 3.5 and 4 is what I was looking for over here. And thank you all for paying the rent, Melissa says. Yes, thank you. YouTube show Colleen. It helps YouTube show Colleen to more people. Oh, the thumbs up. Yes. Natalie, good evening. She says, good evening, my beautiful friend. It's good to see you. You're off work, I take it? Miss Natalie's over in the UK. Okay, well, the blanket stitch works. So there is that. And I'm not using, in case you missed me say it earlier, I'm not using my, I even had it in my hand a second ago, my quilting foot. I'm not using that because the stitch goes forwards and backwards, and so does the stipple, and you're not supposed to use it with that on these machines. At least that's what the directions say, which probably explains why I tore up so many. And this is kind of thin. It's not really having any trouble with it. And I'm just trying to keep what's in front of me where I need to go flat. I don't need to worry about anything anywhere else. Let's move this just a little bit more. Whoops, sorry. I think that's better. Hey, Nat. Long time no see, huh, Tracy? Are you still making that other bag, or did you get that one made for her? That was my to-do this weekend. I was going to get a bag cut out of vinyl because I like vinyl bags. I just don't make them. I was going to get it cut, and then I decided I want to get this done and get it to my cousin. And sometimes if I go fast, it will skip stitches on me. That's another reason I go slow. It gives me more control that way too. Oh, she already has it. You are a speedy woman. Let's see. Cross stitching. Oh, it's 10 p.m. there, of course. And Sylvia, you and me, FPP is definitely asleep then. Not an advertisement. I put water in it. I donated plasma yesterday, and I fight for a couple days to keep from getting dehydrated after that. And I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong that causes that skip stitch, or if it's just this machine. When it goes faster, it just doesn't catch right. But I've learned most of the time it is me. Trying to stay on that line that I have drawn, keeping the line on this in the center. Okay, I need to find my drawing again. There it is. Okay. It's very hard to see. I still don't know why it thinks that 51 is a twin needle. I need to get over it. That is not today's problem. Picking my battles. That's not today's. I wish I could make this line so you guys could see it. Well, I could probably see it better too. And it is not hurting this quilt. If you've done your piecing pretty good, and I don't always, I have to go back and fix pieces. If you've done your piecing pretty good, it's pushing and pulling. It's not going to do anything to it. And this, I can't remember what size it is, but it's like a throw size. It's not, I don't think it's twin. And it is my own concoction. Now, if you're new to the channel, I like to find or create things for free so everybody can do them and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Let's clip that so it doesn't drive me nuts. Sometimes it's FPP, sometimes it's traditionally pieced. I really like FPP, but I can also make FPP traditional pieced in most cases. Slow and steady. And there is I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit. There is a mess of quilt back there that I ain't worried about. I'd offer advice, Colleen, but you've got this. Oh, thank you. It's Natalie's birthday. Natalie's birthday is Tuesday. My sister's birthday is Wednesday. Happy birthday. And my cousin, the brother to the one that's getting this, his birthday is Tuesday. Happy birthday, Natalie. Got any fun plans, fun buys? Oh, while we're talking about that, I'm getting a haul from Halo for my birthday. It may be a little bit after my birthday because they are getting in some of those pink 6-inch FPP add a quarter plus rulers over at Halo Inspired. I probably should put bobbin still good. And I figured since I was going over there, let me take this out. To get that, I would get me some fabrics for what I hope to do next year, which is the words are hard. Two things at once. Double wedding ring in the colors of the Kansas City Chiefs because I'm a Chiefs fan. And I've never seen a double wedding ring in the Chiefs colors. So I was going to get me some fabrics for that and stuff, and then I'd have a nice haul. Maybe a little bit after my birthday. But you know what? Do you know how old I'm going to be on my birthday? And then I'm going to read my chat. Do you know how old I'm going to be? Okay, I'm going to read my chat before I answer that now. Oh. Deborah says, your creation. And Tracy says, Colleen, I know you like the universal foot, but a walking foot might be easier. A walking foot would be easier. That's what I was trying to think of. Like quilting foot is what I called it, though. The walking foot, you're not supposed to use in reverse. I've torn up quite a few doing that, so I thought I would try not doing it this time. But I agree. Normally the walking foot would be my choice. In fact, I got it out and I started to put it on, and then I remembered that and stopped and thought, I'm going to have to explain this. Do you have a free motion foot though? It makes the free motion so much easier. I do have a free motion, but since I'm switching in between them, I'd have to unhook it and rehook it. And, maybe I should play with that sometime. You guys have good ideas. I'm learning as I go. Oh, that's working nicely. I try to do showing you guys how I quilt things. I don't send things out to be quilted because I know we can't all do that. I keep finding threads. Why are they driving me nuts today? Normally I don't have this issue with them driving me nuts. I just let them be. It's like friends coming over. You got to clean the house. I know that's what it is. Natalie says she has to use the walking foot if she wants to quilt. On my brother, I have to. My Juki doesn't like the walking foot. Oh, really? My Juki's okay with it, Tracy says. And I think when I look them up, and I need to look those up again, I think Juki does say that it's okay to do the forward and backward. But directly on the package and on the side, it says don't use the backwards with this foot. Maybe I should contact them and ask them why. Although I've broken up, I guess it's because they'll break. I think I only broke like 3, really. So, I mean, in 3 years, so I go through about 1 a year. No, that wasn't very good. I completely missed that. My line is up here, and I went down here. It'll be all right. There is a fairly good chance that at some point I'll pick that out. Because I don't know if I can live with it. I am helping quite a bit more getting the fabric going through. I extended my arms too far. Stop and come back. Okay. It's not a good idea. It's not good ideas. It's laziness. I can do bigger quilted areas if I use the free motion foot, Melissa says. Happy birthday, Natalie, Loretta says. My birthday was Wednesday. I was 76 years young. Oh, happy late birthday, Loretta. Happy late birthday, 76 years young. My sister will be 60 next week. My parents are in their 80s, and I will be 50. Nobody guessed, and I appreciate that. I will be 50 in 2 weeks. And she says, my great grandson was 1 year old on 2, and my granddaughter is the 22nd, and she is 28. We love October. We do here too. I was just saying, my cousin's is next week. My sister's is next week. My anniversary was the beginning of the month. My other cousin's birthday was the beginning of the month. My birthday is at the end of the month. My niece's birthday is on my sister's birthday. October is a fun month. Okay. Let's see if I can do this now. That button is very stiff, but I disengaged the button, the feed dogs. Now we're going to put it on 1 and see if I can do a zippy thingy better now. Because it looks like I drew a light line, which means I should go down there. Still very annoyed at this machine. It's all right. It's all right. They don't know how to quilt. They're not going to be picking apart my quilt. Juki is straight stitch only. Now special stitch. No special stitches. Okay, that's what Tracy said. Yes. Oh, I didn't realize until now that you are using a special stitch. Walking foot wouldn't like that. Oh, okay. See, I was thinking I just misread it or something, but now that I have Tracy agreed with me, I'm thinking I didn't. Yeah, and I didn't read it at all. That's why I ruined a couple. Walking feet. Juki is straight stitch. Oh, I read that. Deborah says, I want to do free motion quilting on my featherweight. Loretta, happy birthday, Natalie says. Happy birthday Wednesday, Natalie says. Happy birthday, Loretta, Deborah says. Hi, lurking, Lori. She can't type yet. New subscriber only. Oh, okay. Lori Clark. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Chatters, she says. Hi, Lori. I wasn't sure which Lori. We have a lot of Loris. Okay. I'm going to take a breath before I do this and take a drink of water. How are you doing, Lori? Oh, pardon me. I didn't want to go down. Okay. Now, see, now I'm going to have to. I don't do this. There's no telling what the back of this is going to look like now. Oh, well, that's not too bad. I'm doing okay. It's a whole lot harder on my back like this. The bouncy foot. Yeah, I'm calling it a bouncy foot right now. Bouncy foot would be good. So I lowered the feed dogs. Trying new things, you know, on a live because that's how we roll. All right. Back to number 11. I don't retain information. Number 11. 3.5 and 4. 3.5 and 4.0. Uh-oh, don't spin. Don't spin. Am I spinning? There we are. Okay, I was spinning. Oh, the other night when Tori was doing her live. Oh, I better fix those feet. My feet button is right here. When Tori was doing live the other night, I need to turn this or my stitch isn't going to go the right direction. Anybody else have trouble? I clicked off and tried to get back in. Apparently YouTube, I can't even tell you which night it was. I want to say Tuesday night, was having fits, not letting people on. Wait, was that right? I think that's the right direction for my stitch. If not, we'll turn it around. And again, we won't tell them. That's not too bad. I need to do more free motion. In fact, I've got some table runners. That is the plan for them. Straightening underneath and on top. Trying very hard not to get puckers on the back. Puckers on the back is kind of what I do, though. You see, oh, and my friends are putting in links. You'll see that over there. If you follow the links over on in the chat, you can find their channels, see what they're up to. Oh, that is right. We have a block of the month, Miss Practically Creative, myself, and Sylvia, you and me, FPP, on the 8th of every month at 8 a.m. Central Time. I'm not even going to convert to the rest of the times. And Miss Mom and Pop, did you put Mom and Pop in? We always put Mom and Pop in. We always put Mom and Pop in. Laura Lynn, they're live on Tuesdays and Saturdays and do all kinds of things in between. I'm not doing too bad. For some reason, quilting on a live has always scared me. I think because probably one of the first times I tried quilting on a live, oh, I tanked. I tanked so badly. My thread was messing up. Everything was messing up. And I didn't understand the machine enough to know why it was messing up. And I have great people in chat trying to help me out, just like today. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong on a live. At least I can see where this heart is. I'm going to have to play with some pens. Thank you, Tracy. Except Tracy doesn't have a channel. No, Tracy doesn't have a channel. And Loretta says, oh, thanks, everyone. You're welcome, Loretta. A rising tide lifts all ships. Just saying. Not this weekend, though. They are traveling to Ontario tomorrow. Oh, okay. See? You guys are always up on it. And information like that just doesn't stick. And I think, oh, I'll remember. I don't have to write it down. Should always write it down. I should do it on live tomorrow. I'm just slowly turning this fabric with my hands as I stitch. It is a workout. And I should have my gloves on. These are compression gloves. They are for the arthritis in my hands. I wouldn't be able to close them at the end of the night or tomorrow if I don't put these on. Why didn't anybody tell me? Woman, don't be crazy. Put the gloves on. Who cares if your husband calls them the hobo gloves? Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Melissa says that's how I met Colleen. She was in my live chat trying to help my collaborator figure out her tech issues. It's what we do. And Lori says, Colleen, you are teaching people it's not easy as you think. It's good to see others do things. Thank you, Lori. And that's my thinking too. Even if it messes up, even if I've got an error I can't figure out, I'm trying not to overreact. And that's part of the reason it's good for me to do this live, because there is a good potential if I wasn't live that I would overreact to that. I know a lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, I actually don't see very many small machines on YouTube. Small as in like my machines. Fancy Juki owners. Oh, I'm not hating on Jukis. My BFF's got Jukis. Okay. It's kind of hard to see. I like it, kind of makes it look like a double stitch kind of as it goes up through there. And I don't know why. I was so scared to learn quilting. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Just ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? The only thing that stops me is death and fire. Usually if the answer is that, no, I don't need to do it. You're doing fine, Colleen. Slow, steady, calm. Thank you. Thank you very much. I haven't even threatened my husband over there. How impressed are we? Makes a point not to pay attention to me during a live. That's how we play. Tracy, hey, it took me a few years to get my Juki. I rode the struggle bus for years on my Janome. Yes, you did. Oh, no, we don't hate. That is an amazing feat, and very happy you have it. Oh, Tracy said that, by the way. Deborah says, that's not me. I have old singers, lol. And then Melissa says, me too, Tracy. I quilted on a brother with a 5-inch throat space, if I remember right. It was tiny. Yeah, my fist fits in that throat space. And the other one I don't think is any bigger. But it's doable. I mean, I've done queen size. I don't typically do regular throw sizes because the folks in my family are tall. They're always hanging out of a throw. So they're closer to twin size just than throw size. Because when I get a quilt, I want it to cover me, which isn't hard because I'm short. Well, I'm 5'5". That's what they said at the doctors. Both my hands are just slowly twisting as this goes. And the worst that could happen is I have to pick it out. It wouldn't be the first time on this quilt I've had to pick something out. I don't fret about picking it out too much. but I think what happened was I got some nests somewhere or thread breaking. Oh, that's Lori Clark. The worst thing is when my hubby dropped my 60-plus-year-old sewing machine after my life with Laurel. Oh, he's not been the same since. Oh. Just let us know if you need, bail money, because there is a fund for me. I'm willing to share. Oh, we are awful. Oh. I knew there was a likelihood my guys would want to talk just as soon as I started the live, but I did not realize my husband would decide to do dishes as soon as I started the live. Like, that's okay. I'm just going to tell everybody you do dishes. I mean, women hate it when men do dishes. I'm even going to try to say that straight. Your hubby or the machine, Lori? I was thinking that too, but I thought I'm just going to assume that she's like me and it's probably her hubby. I never said, oh no, Lori. She says my sewing machine gave up on hubby years ago. That's a smart woman right there. I like my machines. They're inexpensive, but they do what I need them to. And I don't have to freak out if they need a repair. Like, can't imagine. They haven't yet, which is good, I think, considering how hard I am on them. And by the way, I call this machine the possessed one and the other one the good one. Don't really name my machines except for that. And they earned those names. Oh, that one turned out good. I'm very happy with that. Oh, if you do FPP and you're looking for some reasonably priced newsprint paper for printing FPP on, there is a link on my community page to some. I just ordered some. I got 4 500 sheet packages. I can't remember what it is, but it worked out to $8 each with taxes and shipping. I saw that on a Moda video. A woman was talking about it. That's information everybody needs. Okay. I think that's the last heart. Yep, that's the last heart I have on this one. I'm going to back the camera up and raise it up while I do some fidgeting. Close your eyes. Whoops. And I do not do subscriber only just to get subscribers. In fact, feel free to come in and chat, subscribe, and then unsubscribe if that's what your heart wants to do. Oh, I'm hot. Seems like I was going to say something else. Oh, I do it to keep out spammers. I don't need the giant scissors, but since I've got them, I leave long tails so I can knot them and cut. Oh, there it is. Knot them and bury them later. I usually do it as I go, but I really don't want to stop to do it right now. I didn't need that on there. Okay. Oh, let's see. Sorry about that. Need a bigger space. It wouldn't matter. My camera's only so big. Oh, I love these hearts. I'm very glad I did them. Let's see if we can get that in there. Well, y'all can see it. In a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one. It has several hearts. I love quilting further apart. Helps me get it done quicker. All right. I'm going to have to scoot back and give this a shake to even it out again. You may see bare feet. Don't freak out. Don't tell my husband. In trouble. I always say random things. Give it a shake and let's see the back. Oh, that looks. I don't see any puckers. It's very, very hard to see for you guys. But let's see. Who leaves too much evidence? Oh, hi, Fern. I missed you coming in, and I apologize to anybody else I missed coming in. And hello to the lurkers. My mouse just decided to shut off. So glad I got a cordless mouse. I'm a mess. Oh, let's see. There's Miss Fern. Lori says, Colleen, now you tell me. Bail money? Oh, yeah, that's something the girls started the first time they started talking to me, and I was like punching my husband in the arm. And then when they figured out why, they're like, yeah, you need that money. Are you eavesdropping? I don't trust him. Yes, I was quilting hearts onto that quilt. See, I was going to say that. I know why Lori keeps her hair long. She could braid it and use it to strangle him if needed. Mine's almost that long. I'm going to get flagged. And did you know it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month? It's okay to joke about. It's not okay to do. I want to be clear. Oh. Well, that's why I kept mine long for years. We're awful people. Awful, awful. If I can get this to let me do some straight stitches. I usually stop and put it on the floor and re-straighten it out, but I'm trying not to do that. I think I can start up there and do some straight stitching. This way, and then come back and do the other way on these diamonds. Oh, I'm so far up now on the chat. Gorgeous, Colleen. Great job. Thank you. That is so pretty. Love the background. Deborah says, thank you. I didn't get notification you were on. Fern says, I'm sorry. YouTube just does that. Melissa, she says, yeah. And it's not for Tim. He's over there playing games. My friend and I say we don't look good in orange. That's why I have a career single for people. Tracy, it's stripes in my county, Fern. Green and white stripes. It's no one's color. Green and white. Oh, orange there. I don't even know. I should probably find things out like that. Oh, well, that's not, that pen was not connected. And when did I do that? Oh, we almost had it. Okay. You're going to miss me for a second because I am going to go on the floor. If I can start one piece of this straight, not bunched up under itself or anything, I can get the rest done. There we go. But this is really what I do. If I wasn't on live, I wonder if I can tilt you guys without dropping the camera. If the camera falls, I'm going to apologize now. I'm getting that backing pulled out. There we go. Now I can start here. Ouch. I don't like pins. They don't like me. All right, now I've got that flat, so I can start. That light is set up so I can see over here, so it's gonna look awful when I back it out like this. Okay, that was a workout. Wait, I'll look again. Okay. Oh, Loretta said so pretty. Thank you, Loretta. Jason says, Brenda has always said she would help me hide the body, but I just don't have a big enough yard. Oh, well. Deborah, no floor for me. Would have lived there forevermore. Would have lived there forevermore. Then Melissa says the live is now officially over. If she can't get up off the floor, I could not. I tell you what, I won't be getting down there again. My back tells me everything's over after 2 o'clock. I tell it I want to get something done. Stop. Put that foot back on. Lift the foot up as high as it'll go. And we're tampering with the camera again. Ooh. Sitting on my, I was not sitting on my clothes. Except for I was. Moving the camera, sorry, vertigo, all that. I'm a horrible person. Okay, I need a second to catch my breath. Oh, practically creative. Oh, I saw that. Fern says, we have a river close by with big sinkholes. Oh, that would be a handy place to avoid. That would be a handy place to avoid, right? Can't even bend to get to the floor. I keep telling my son-in-law that we would get pigs again if my daughter needed us to. Melissa says, we're all old and decrepit. I know, that's why I don't feel so bad. But I feel like I should explain. This is why I usually do my lives during the day. But I had a pretty easy morning, so I figured I could get away with it a little bit longer. I'm just going to do the stitch where it's coming in and getting a bite of all of these all the way down and then come all the way back up. I can get this up in my thingamajig, get enough. Moving in just a little bit more. Because I really think it's more helpful to see the quilting than to see my mug. And I forgot last time, but I'd been bringing that bottom thread up, so I have them both on top, and I can just tie them off and bury them from the top. It's easier to see. This back is too busy. Yeah, we're going to put that on the floor. That felt tight. Oh, it's because the foot's down. I thought that felt tight. Of course it feels tight. The foot is down. It's what it's meant to do. But that way, I can just tie them off. It makes it easier for me, since that's how I do it. Sometimes I back stitch and pray that that keeps them. Okay. See, it really doesn't have too hard of a time with this. Turning seems to be the hardest. And Angel over at Halo Inspirations, she showed I don't remember which cherub, that's what she calls her subscribers and viewers. I can't remember which cherub she was showing, but she did an amazing job on a little home machine. And I was like, okay, I quit. Life goals. Well, it was straight. And then it wasn't. There we go. But I really like to get this to my cousin. I think it would make her feel very good. I asked her mama if she thought she'd like it because, it may not be everybody's colors. But it spoke to me and it said that's where it needed to go. So that's where it's going. I make quilts that speak to me, and I don't know why I make them until they tell me where they're going. And now there's a little more fiddling, making sure the bottom and the top are even. Trying to get this onto my next little area right here. And I'll look at chat here in a minute. Thank you guys all for joining me in case I forget to say it. Thanks to my moderators. I get a little afraid when I'm here by myself. Once I'm done with the live, I will probably take this into the floor and pin it really good. Get all this set up much better so I'm not as worried. I don't know if you can see those little things right there. Okay. And she is the baby of the bunch. Who is? Of course, he's 25, still wet behind the ears. Put your pressure foot down, Colleen. You're not the boss of me. I did. Oh, Fern's been still ripping up carpet. Oh, work one day, recuperate 4 days, and try again. I know what you mean. I've ripped up carpet before. That is not fun. Can backstitch with this foot, though. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's a good point. I can backstitch, and then I don't have to pull my threads up and do all that. But I've already committed to that routine, Melissa. But I could change it. Fern got neighbors. They all work. My mom used to go down her street and offer to buy the pizza and beer for the guys sitting on their porches. She got tons of stuff done for almost nothing. For instance, I'm half done. My dad was a carpenter. I know the steps, just not young anymore. Yeah, it's harder on you the older you get. When I turned 30, I had the body and the bones of an 80-year-old man. I'm not looking forward to getting older. I'm watching my puppy try to get comfy on the floor. She's got a full crate with a mattress and a blanket. But no, oh, she's a rotten puppy, Melissa. Tracy, Colleen, I love that pineapple block. Makes me think of abstract rose bloom. Ah, I can see that. I never thought of it. I like pineapple blocks. I've made like a gazillion. I'm always readjusting to make sure it's flat. I didn't like the bump in that one. A long armor would not like my quilts. I have a lot of intersections and I don't press very well. I think. Don't pull the threads, just flip them. There we go. I see my name. I see my name. Are you live this Tuesday? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Natalie. I almost said Fern. Fern, your mom, Melissa, sounds like a woman I would have loved to meet. Her. Yeah, Fern, she was a character. Melissa said, starting my hamburger helper, Deborah said. Colleen, I see you, Fern. Does your machine have a walking foot? Yes, it does, Fern. Yes, it does. And I started to put it on, and my walking foot says I cannot use it going backwards, and this stitch goes backwards and forwards. And since I went through 3 so far, since I started, doing this, 3 years ago, I just try to go slow and do it without it. That is an excellent question, Fern. And I would totally, if I didn't break my walking foot, I would totally use it. I really need to get those table runners out. I think I may only have one that's ready to be quilted. Can't remember if I have 1 or 2. I need to get those out and do free motion on them live. The plus about doing this live is if I mess up and I have to figure it out, we're all learning. I'll tell you what, my best short video is the one where I'm showing how to pull up the bobbin thread. And that just amazes me. But that is something I remember learning, that particular thing, in what they called home ec back then, in middle school. Well, junior high is what I had. And I was like, and that's, I don't know, it just seemed very helpful to know to me. So I put a video up. Apparently, a lot of people have found that helpful. It's hard when you don't have somebody next to you showing you. At least it is for me. Good thing I'm willing to come out here and, mess it all up. See if I can see the back. I think it's too far away. No, can't see it. It's too, not enough shadows to be able to see that on the back. Oh, there's some. I love this. This is a sheet, by the way, in case you're wondering. It was picked on my community page. I put random things up there to ask everybody what they think, and that's what people thought. So that's what I went with. Of course, my choices, I liked all of them, so it wasn't going to be something I wasn't going to like. Oh, and I found it's 3 FPP patterns at the Fat Quarter Shop. It's a digital download. I ordered me some Minky for grandbabies. Oh. The boot quilt, I ordered some Minky for it, and I went ahead and got that pattern, but I put it over there because I want to make that. I love cut blocks. All right. This does not look right. Are you breathing again, Tim? Is that annoying anyone else but me? I love you. He mouthed at me. He's afraid you guys are going to hear him. Hubby just came in with 4 large packages of ground beef. A sale, I guess. Sent him from Cook and Spray. Mine doesn't usually do that. I don't think a lot of people know what a workout quilting is. There's a whole lot of intersections going on right there. I will be, Natalie, yes. Did I not answer that? I read it. I may not have answered it. I'm sorry. Yes, I will be live Tuesday. And hopefully next year, my husband's schedule is going to change and I will have a new grandbaby. So hopefully my schedule changes. But that's next year's problem. Last night when we were making out the grocery list, my husband was going on about how expensive it was going to be. And then he went because, everything's a catastrophe until proven otherwise. Then he went and it was just about the same as normal. And that's part of me while I get a drink of water. It's already down. The foot is already down, Colleen. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you. And I know the stitches are more uniform if I keep a uniform speed, but we'll do our best. And once it's washed, and it will be before I gift it, because there's one sitting on the back of my chair right now I need to fix that I found after it was washed. Deborah, if he paid under $5 a pound, he did great. I don't know what it is here right now, but it's way too high. It's not getting over that one. There was several pieces of fabric in the intersection right there I didn't like going over, so I gave it a little bit of a help. It thanked me. We moved on. It's okay. Oh, and something else I wanted to mention. If you follow Miss Sylvia over at You and Me FPP, we have been trying to do a crowdfunding thing for her. She has a PayPal account. She is on a Gen 2 iPad for her YouTube channel, which she does great with. But it has no memory. It's a Gen 2. It is so outdated and makes everything she wants to do so much harder. Anyway, we had crowdfunding going with her PayPal, and we've raised $185, I think, so far, for her to get either a refurbished newer one or a flat out newer one, because her 50th anniversary is next year. Her 70th wedding anniversary is next year. And we thought it would be amazing if she could just get that replaced. She's been on YouTube about 3 years, I guess. We've all been on here about the same time. Me, Melissa, and Sylvia. And she's helped me out so much with FPP. I should have pinned her video. She's getting closer. Thank you to everyone who has helped. Melissa says yes. $3.99, Deborah? Ooh, you tell them to go get more. Don't stop that. But she is getting closer. We still have a good long time to go. I just want to put that bug in everybody's ear. And like I say, if nothing else, share, pray, whatever, that she gets an upgrade. It'll make her YouTube channel much easier for her to do. And, she's not in the young pup club either. Oh, goodness. I think I'm going to have to call it in about 15 minutes. My spine is not happy with me, and my hands are trying to cooperate with it. Oh, insanely high ground beef is now a luxury option. Yeah, she's getting closer. Oh, I saw that. She'll be able to do longer videos showing her techniques. She will. And that would be great. Another one of those where everything's one spot. These are seriously small scrap pieces that I have just sewn together. So there is a whole lot of intersections there. I like to live dangerously. Oops. Maybe if I give my back a break. Well, it's supposed to storm tomorrow, so it's going to need some help. There we go. It does pretty good for not having the quilting foot on it. I need to stop making my life harder, though, and do things that use the quilting foot. I really enjoy this, though, so do what you love. Do what makes your heart happy. Just remember, it's not a race. Do it at your own pace. And if you have a goal for something to be done in a certain amount of time and it doesn't make it, you know what? It's okay. You set that rule. You change the rule. You are the boss. Unless Melissa says otherwise, and then we'll let her be the boss. Or Tracy. I see you. Dawn. My quilt projects kept trying to come out of my mouth. Dawn over at my quilt projects. She is off work and got me live. I was going to stay on for about 15, maybe 30 more minutes. I've been on since 3:45 our time. That's Central Time. I'm in Missouri. And on Tuesday, I'm still working on the boot quilt. Let's see. I have a lot more pieces left than I thought to put together. I have all these ready to sew. Cute boot by Virginia Cole for Ben or Tex. I don't know what's wrong with me. Dawn, you escaped. You made it out. We don't want to know if you took anybody with you. Seriously, there should be several funds for bail. Yeah, if we could just get some good alibis, probably save us money. Oh, Miss Dawn. And Miss Dawn has a channel, in case I didn't say that, over at My Quilt Projects. She does a lot of scrappy stuff. She says, howdy, friends. She just got home. Tracy says, Dawn, that autumn quilt turned out gorgeous. I love it. And not a big fan of orange normally. I know, right? That thing, oh, stunning. It really is. This one's actually a little bit easier than my other machine to use for this because my other machine has a out-on bed. But what happens is I'm doing this, I knock the feet out from underneath it, and it's obnoxious. That was a free quilt, originally done in blue, the one that Dawn did. Melissa says, howdy, y'all. And my quilt project says, I made it alive for the week on a huge success today. Project been working on with much frustration at work. I successfully modified it. Good job. And we didn't kill anybody in the process, so I assume. Deborah says, oh, sorry. Dawn said, I'm not a fan of orange either, but thrilled with my choice. Oh, it is just, I could not picture that beforehand. If you would have showed me those fabrics and that, I could not have pictured it coming out like that. It is just so pretty. Deborah says, I love orange and drool every time I see it. LOL. The bosses are going to love me on Monday. Bosses were not at work today. Uh-oh. My boss is home. You know him as Sandals. And I really have the need to start tormenting him. Besides doing dishes as soon as I came on here, he's been very good. He did do the dishes. It's not like I had to do them, so can't really complain about that. Gonna get more women to watch me just by telling them my husband does the dishes. When I'm on, bring your husband over. Say, see, her husband does the dishes. Like I said, my back usually gives out by now, so he's good to me. I'm just doing a blanket stitch. I did hearts. A couple. I had one that failed. I may just go back and do a little bit over it and then decide whether I want to unpick that little part that I messed up there or not. But I found a home for this. A couple weeks ago when I talked to my mom, I was thinking about it. And then this morning I thought, I'm going to text my aunt, see if her daughter would like this. Because that's where it told me it wants to go. And she said she would love it. And I know my mom asked, when I first started my YouTube channel, my cousin had asked her if I made baby quilts to sell. And I said no. She told me what she wanted. I'd gladly make her a baby quilt, though, now that I know, I can do it. And I need to get one of I have some sayings on fabric. I put them in this thing so I won't lose them. And I'll remember. Oh, yeah. That Deborah gave me. I have a bunch of these. I need to put, yeah, I'm that kind of organized. I need to stick one on this. I'm going to fold over like a 1/4 inch and then sew it, probably hand sew it to the back and maybe put my name on it in here somewhere, but I'm going to put one of these on it because I think sometimes we need a reminder. And if you're not into that, it's okay. We can still be friends. I say that all the time. And I mean it. You don't have to think like me to be my friend. And frankly, it might scare a few people if anybody else thought like me. That's a big intersection of fabrics coming together. Now, I think I did most of this on a live. That's more stragglers. I know I provided free patterns for all of these pieced ones that I did on my channel somewhere. Okay. I need to sit back for a minute. So thank you for sharing the links, Melissa. And thank you again, moderators, for showing up for me. Don says, good sandal sock man. I need to make him a sock monkey that wears sandals. Hey, Tim, do you want a sock monkey that wears sandals? We've already confused him, Don. I'll show you a sock monkey and you'll say, oh, one of those. I apologize. He doesn't play well with others sometimes. Sure, Melissa. Tracy said, keep telling yourself that. Did I miss something on up there? So true. What did I miss? And my mouse is asleep, so I'm never going to find out. There's always the replay. And by the way, if you're getting the replay, thank you very much. I mean, we've got these machines with all these stitches, some of us, unless it's just a straight stitch, and then you don't. But why not use them for quilting? I like them. I also like it for putting binding on. No, Melissa said, oh, Tracy, I am assertive and I have great ideas. And my results speak for themselves. Wink. She says, so true. Tracy. Donna. Oh. Tracy, yes, I do. I read my chat out loud. So everybody can laugh with me. Tracy, yes, we can. Todd's cracking it. I'm lurking, but still here. Fern said, thank you. Love our lurkers. Don says, hi to Fern. Tim's just off in his own world of Warcraft. Although that's probably exactly what he's on. World of Warcraft. I know Josh has been playing it. And my other son that moved closer to us, he's playing it. The colder it gets, the more I want to do the actual quilting on things, I think. Especially when I'm seeing other YouTubers showing all their finishes, and I'm like, shut up. Just, shut up. That was sarcasm. In case we haven't met. Deborah Holman says, supper's done. Yay. And Dawn says, the serpentine stitch is the perfect quilting stitch. And I use it all the time before. It is. I love it. I may do something like that out here, just kind of in the blank space and over. I may just do a serpentine stitch, kind of a circle-y thingy. I don't know. I do random things, and I don't plan them ahead of time. Because where's the fun in that? There we go with some intersections again. It's really fast to do the serpentine stitch. That's probably how I will quilt the boot quilt, the cute boot quilt. Go into lurk mode, Don says. Cooking supper. What are we having for supper first, Don? You got to tell us. You don't enter chat, say you're cooking supper, and then not tell us what we're having for supper. Pardon me while I get a drink. There's a cherry in there. I think my straw got stuck on. Melissa says, that's what my granny did. She sewed during the spring and summer, then her kids hand tied her quilts in the winter. I like it when I can open this window and it's cool enough that I can open this window and sit here and do this without, melting. Natalie J. The last quilt that I finished was my applique one last year, which resulted in me causing a mess on the iron. Oh, did you iron polyester thread? That's what I'm using to quilt with. There's lots of ways to clean my iron. I really like the iron cleaner, though, that I got. It works really fast and very little scrubbing. Where is my iron cleaner? I know you're hiding in here. There it is. I've had it for quite a while. I haven't used much. What is the brand? Magic. It's Magic. I think it's like $6 or $7 over at Angel Inspired. That is a small store, mom and pop store kind of place over in Virginia that I like very much. They have great customer service. Case in point, I asked if they had a pink 6-inch, what's the ruler I wanted? Add a quarter plus ruler. They said no, they had yellow. Was I really stuck on pink? And I was like, well, I can get the yellow and I can paint it, I suppose. And they're like, ordering it. Yay! So when that comes in, I will get my Christmas order done too. Let's see if we can see the back now that I've done quite. Oh, look at all that. I just love how this stitch looks. And this thread has a, it's bright white. Back. Again, this is a sheet. It's a microfiber sheet too. Microfiber. And it stitches just fine. Let's see, can you see that? I'm trying to get a shadow so you guys can see it. There's a little bit of a shadow right there so you can see it. I love it. I would keep this quilt if I haven't already decided it's going somewhere, but I'd never use it. That's the thing. I've got quilts that I like. I would never use it. I've got the double wedding ring that my mom gave me that her sisters made on my couch. That is my comfort quilt. I know I'm a quilter. I should have more quilts. I'm trying to get rid of them. This one has a place to go. The Halloween one doesn't have a place to go yet. My Christmas one has a place to go. My infinity ring has a place to go as soon as I finish quilting it. I may have to start it over a little bit because I did not like how that was going. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, infinity ring, it's the double wedding ring, but it crosses over itself. That's why I called it the infinity ring. It is free also somewhere on my channel. I'm getting it done. It may not seem like it to, people who can go faster. But for me, this is a lot. I did, 2 hearts and quite a bit of this. I am very happy with my progress. Slow and steady. To me, my quilt isn't done until it's bound. So I don't have any done quilts. Yeah. Our new friend, Miss Loretta, says, ladies, I'm going to get my dinner. It's been fun. I'll be watching again soon. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thank you, Loretta. And it's very nice to meet you. And I hope we see you again in chat if you've got time. Appreciate you joining us. We have a good time. Except for when my husband does the dishes. He's not listening to me now. Man, what a waste of a comment. I don't know if my back has it in it tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Probably tomorrow afternoon. Maybe I'll do some more quilting live or work on the Corey Yoder blocks because I want to get them out of the way because I have a plan for what was going to be a tabletop. I have a plan for it now, but to move on, I need to get those 2 blocks done. And Corey Yoder has a free block of the month for the Kelly & Co. line that she's done. That is what I'm doing, except for I'm doing them different because I have to touch things. I have to touch things. I have to change things. I am like a toddler. Everybody is telling you, have a great weekend, Loretta. Whole lot of fabric right there. Now, if I hear that noise where there's not a whole lot of fabric, I know I've got a whole lot of bunching in the back. But since the fabric is there, I expect that. Oh, this has been fun. I hope I'm inspiring somebody to get a little machine and just start going. And get just some cheap fabric to start with so you don't feel bad. It's harder when you're paying a bunch for fabric and you're like, oh, I'm going to mess it up. At least for me it was. I wasn't ashamed. I started out with cheap fabric, just trying stuff. And you know what I did? And don't tell people because they might not like it. I threw away the cheap things after I was done practicing on them. I probably could have done something with them, but you know, I was over it. And why I say that fabric was cheap, I'm not saying that because of the cost of it. I'm saying it because, one, it was cheap, but it was very thin, very, very thin. It's not going to hold up very long. So I knew that when I got it to practice with it. I am not a fabric snob. In fact, looking at this, I know that some of these fabrics were from Joann, some of them were from a quilt shop, some of them were from Walmart. Yeah, a little bit of everything. I'm going to get to the end of this side and then I'm going to leave it where it is and just shut it off. And go lay on the floor for a minute for my spine to straighten back out. I feel like I got something done. Okay, that's stuck. There we go. One more side and then we'll say bye. Appreciate you guys joining me on a Friday afternoon. Oh, my friend Dee Dee over at My Big Time, I need to go check out. She does organizing. I went blank. Cleaning, organizing, decluttering, and home decor stuff. And I love her to bits. She does a video every Friday at 5 o'clock Central Time. All right, that's where I'm going to stop. And I'm going to stop it right like that. You know what? I didn't even change my needle. That's the needle. Last time I changed my needle. Sorry, you guys are moving. 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 All right. I put that universal needle in here. It's a 9014. That's what I'm using. I'm sure I shouldn't. I see that. Melissa said, Colleen, Colleen, yes. I'm going to have to go in a minute too. Well, then I have good timing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know you've got your own channel to work on and your own health. You know, our bodies just hate us at this age. The older we get, they just hate us. Thank you for making time for this. And thank you for keeping the chat calm. I think you and Tracy balance each other out. And I'm glad Tracy and Don both got to come. It's so fun hanging out with friends. I enjoy this. I may have a smile on my face all weekend. And Tracy says, hey, Melissa, does this inspire you to quilt one of your many quilt tops? LOL. Melissa has a few. There should be a drawing. You should number them and do a drawing, and that's the one you're going to quilt. I'm helpful, aren't I? I wouldn't do that. Tracy, yes. I've been fighting a big flare the last couple of months, though. Yep. Finally found out what is causing it. Lots of med changes coming up. And then you get to get used to all those med changes. I don't even. Where did I go? Tracy says, oh no, big hugs, my friend. And she says, thanks. That's why I've been all but disappeared. And Melissa says, calm. I figured I'm instigator. We're both instigators. But having two cancels them out, right? I don't know. We're still going to have bail. Tracy, nope, that's my job. Yep, just go fetch for it. LOL, Colin. Okay. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me on a Friday afternoon. I appreciate the lurkers and the replay folks. I'm hoping to give somebody the encouragement to get on their little machine and just go. I'm slow, but that's okay. Slow will get it done, and we're the boss of our own quilts. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I may watch too much Tori lately. And everybody's saying bye. Tracy says, thanks for the live. Had a blast. Take care, all. Natalie says, see you Tuesday. See you Tuesday. And have a great weekend, all. And I don't know. I have delusions of grandeur at the moment. I might pop on tomorrow to try to do something. If not, I will be live Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central Time because I am in Missouri and I better turn this mouse on if I want to get on here. Thank you guys again. And don't forget, if you liked it, I always hate this part, but I'm going to put my broadcaster hat on. If you like the stream, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss any of my random lives and random talking, because you know who wouldn't love that. And you can always make a kind comment because that's the only kind of comments I accept. Yeah, I'm that person. Love you guys, and I'll see you, if not sooner, next Tuesday. Pray for everybody in the storms paths that's coming through and that has went through here in the U.S. Be the light you want to see in others.